Now, I'll be the first in line to roll my eyes when an influencer or another IFBB pro comes out with a supplement line saying that it's the newest, greatest, and the most amazing supplement line out there, that they have worked and researched for forever to create this incredibly unique line that looks a lot like pretty much everything else out there. But when Hosstile Supplements from Fouad Abiad was announced, I jumped on the opportunity to reach straight out to his wife, Samar Abiad, who is an old friend of mine from some other companies that she worked at, where she did incredible jobs for supplements marketing, and said, sign me up. I want to be part of the testing process and giving you guys my feedback and helping out. I'm going to jump in this video and just say, I don't have any affiliation with this company. We don't have a business affiliate relationship. We don't have any sponsored content from them. We don't even have a coupon code. So I'm sorry if you're looking for a deal on this stuff. You're going to have to get it at full price if you like it. But I am a huge fan of Fouad's. I actually consume all of his YouTube content. He's one of my main inspirations for the way that I shoot my stuff, for the way that I edit it, and the information that I provide. I think he's done a really good job. And in fact, I have to give him a quick shout out and say that his blood pressure fix and remedy stack helped me out in a bind late last year. Fouad puts out a lot of incredible content. He has, I would say, an established philosophy on diet and supplementation that has been shown in his sponsorships previously and moved into the formulation of his products now. Fouad stands for good quality. He stands for responsibility in these kinds of products, and I have to say that I think that he really connected well with the products that he has produced. So today I'm going to talk about Hosstility, the pre-workout. It's a 26.5 gram scoop. It's not playing around. It's a serious product. I'm going to go out on a limb and say today that this is probably, what is it? It's April 29th, almost the last day of April, and I would say this is so far my favorite pre-workout released in 2020. As far as like new pre-workouts coming out. So I'm going to start off this review by saying that. Let's roll the intro and jump in on the panel.
Welcome to PricePlow.
Now, Hosstility, their slogan is "Let no sacrifice or adversity stand in the way," and I think this is I think it's very true to what they put in the product. We have some other companies out there like NutriBio that claim without compromise. We've seen Inspire, it says no gimmicks, and I think this motto is just as true as these other premium companies, and I'm happy to see these guys coming out on their best foot, putting some good formulas out there. I know where this stuff is manufactured, so I know personally, I mean, I understand you have to take the salt with a grain of salt because I can't put these things out there, but I know that it's manufactured well, it's fully disclosed, and the quality and efficacy of ingredients as well as the dosages are where I want them to be. Starting up top, I'm actually going to start with the vitamins and minerals before I even jump into the actives, and just say that they've got in here, they've got magnesium, sodium, and potassium. The magnesium dose is kind of low, it's not a big deal, but the sodium dose of 240 milligrams coming from sodium citrate as well as pink Himalayan salt is pretty nice. I am a big fan of salting your meals and getting a consistent dose of sodium in throughout the day, as well as potassium and magnesium with that. I'm not a big pre-workout gram of salt kind of guy, unless I'm sweating a lot during the day, or there's a really warranted reason. But I think that 240 milligrams is a nice dose. You get your sodium in, but you should be getting that in around the day. What's really nice about this is you get 200 milligrams of potassium from potassium citrate here. I think a lot of people forget to pair the potassium with their sodium. A lot of people talk a lot about hydration, getting your sodium in. I don't think enough people talk about the ratio of potassium and sodium. You have to be getting potassium throughout the day to make sure that your heart is healthy and to make sure that your blood pressure is being kept at a safe spot. Moving into the actives, we've got 6 grams of fermented L-citrulline. Now, citrulline is the basis of these pump products, right guys? 6 grams of it is exactly where I want to see it. The clinical dosage starts at 4 grams, so having it at 6 is pretty nice. It's above where the minimum should be. There are clinicals showing citrulline, I believe, up to 12 grams, but it seemed like after 8 to 10 grams, there was a pretty big diminished return. I think 6 grams is really the happy spot. It's where I kind of like it. It is fermented. Now, Fouad does come hailing out of the Caged Muscle crew. He was sponsored there for some time, and totally positive thing. We love Caged Muscle here. They're really big on their fermented stuff. They said that it helps your stomach gut biome. I'm not really big on fermented ingredients in that aspect. I think that fermented ingredients shows that it's coming from a plant source. It's also not coming from human hair, pig carcasses, or anything disgusting like that. You know that it's coming from a, we'll say, responsible source. So it's nice. I think beyond that, I don't really find any benefits, at least scientifically. There might be some anecdotal benefit that some of these guys will say. On the paper, not much of a difference, but in your heart, it might feel better to take this one. Moving into creatine monohydrate, I like that he just used creatine monohydrate. No special hydrochloride, no patented anything, just pure creatine monohydrate at 3 grams. This is gonna be kind of the minimum clinical dose here. If you are a big guy like Fouad, myself, you might want to bump it up to 5, 6, whatever grams based on your body weight. There is a equation that you can look up and figure out how much you should be taking for yourself. However, 3 grams for the average consumer, it's going to be a really nice sweet spot. So creatine monohydrate obviously helps create intramuscular stores of ATP, helps increase your endurance in the gym as well as power output. It's probably the most studied dietary ingredient in the industry. You can't knock it. It works. Just take it daily. Betaine anhydrous at 2.5 grams. Betaine has a plethora of different benefits, from water, like hydration, making sure your muscles are hydrated, as well as power output and pump. At 2.5 grams, it's exactly where I like to see it. Sometimes people go a little bit more. I don't really think it's too important here. Betaine does a really nice job of just overall helping your body perform better and staying hydrated. Big fan of it. And when you start moving into the rest of the formula, it really all kind of ties in together very well. Arginine nitrate following up here at 2 grams. Now, every time I talk about arginine nitrate, or any kind of nitrate, people come out and talk about what a horribly low dose this is. So you wouldn't want 2 grams of arginine, or they talk about how arginine's a shit ingredient. Listen, I agree. Arginine is shit, but when you bond it to a nitrate, it becomes a very, very potent ingredient. This is going to be one of the most potent ingredients for pumps there is out there. The only downside of it is you really can't pair it with many other ingredients out there. The manufacturers of NO3T are not big fans of other trademark pumped ingredients, so you kind of have to pick one or the rest. I got no problem with them picking the nitrate because nitrates are very strong. You got 2 grams of it here, which is going to be a very good dose. This is going to drive some blood. So moving into taurine after that, if you guys have watched any of my pre-workout videos, you've heard me say that if you watch any of my pre-workout videos, you know that I love taurine. The dosage starts at 1 gram for a ton of different athletic and endurance benefits, but I prefer it where it is here. 2 grams is going to help you a ton out with hydration, a lot out with hydration. It's also, if you are a larger male that is pushing himself in terms of the types of supplements that he uses, you may not be using dietary supplements like this. You may be using something a little bit stronger and be suffering from something called back pumps, where your body is putting a lot of blood into your lower back. It's very uncomfortable, and taurine has been shown to help out with that. There's also a very large meta-analysis on taurine that shows all of the different athletic benefits that come along with it. It's an awesome ingredient. It's kind of like creatine monohydrate. It's studied. It shows a lot of benefits. Just take it. Just enjoy it. No real arguments here. 2 grams, awesome dose. Big fan of it. They have a mushroom complex here as Pico-2 from Compound Solutions. Pico-2 has a lot of really cool studies showing the athletic performance benefits. Some people will argue that you can use it instead of beta-alanine because it won't have that paresthesia effect, the tingling on your face, making you all itchy. And that's actually what they did here. They didn't use any beta-alanine in the formula, which I think is going to be kind of an interesting change. We've seen a lot of people switching over to more of a Pico-2 instead of beta-alanine, which kind of creates a divide in the industry, in my opinion. Because a lot of people don't like the tingles, but a lot of people do like the tingles. The tingles give an acute feeling that the tingles don't do anything for you, but a lot of people like to feel that result right after you take the product, acute effect. So you got 2 grams of Pico-2 here, which is going to be very effective at increasing your endurance in the gym, as well as just athletic performance. I'm a big fan of Pico-2. You just got to use it regularly, and I think it's going to help you out a lot. So big fan of what Fouad pushed here. Fouad does a lot of blood flow, pump stuff, but he also does like to lift heavy, and he has pretty long training sessions. So Pico-2 is going to be nice for that. This whole pre-workout is kind of made for the bodybuilder that likes to push weight, have a long, hard training session, pushing themselves well, but also have that pump effect. So it's not just a full pump, it also has that energy, athleticism, and endurance effect included. Following up Pico-2, we have a full gram of tyrosine here. Again, it's fermented. For whatever reasons they're choosing the fermented, I like that they're being transparent with showing it. I don't personally find any benefit to it in terms of efficacy or anything like that, but it's nice that they're putting that out there for us. Tyrosine is incredible for mind-muscle connection, focus, any kind of brain function. I'm happy that they use the L-tyrosine version instead of N-acetyl-L-tyrosine, which I just think should be kind of left in the past. A full gram of it here, happy. real happy with a full gram. Some people will cheap out, put 500 milligrams, 750 milligrams. Fouad did not do that. So real happy with the dosage here. Can't complain at all. It's gonna get you nice and dialed in for your workout. Gonna be nice. They follow that up with another brain supplement, Alpha GPC, which is a choline source, 50%. It's at 600 milligrams, which is this sweet spot for Alpha GPC. Alpha GPC is one of my favorite choline sources. It's a very high quality source, and they did not play with us here. Some people will put Alpha GPC 300 milligrams, not tell you what percentage it is. You might think, oh, it's a 600 milligrams at 50% extract. No, or 50% standardization, I should say. They didn't do that. 600 milligrams here at 50% will give you the amount of choline that you need. Now, later on, what they will do, which is pretty cool, is put Huperzine A at the bottom at 10 milligrams. It's a 1% extract. What's really cool about that is an acetylcholine esterase inhibitor. So when Alpha GPC is digested in the body, it takes the choline, creates acetylcholine. Now there is an enzyme in the body called acetylcholine esterase that goes in and gets rid of the acetylcholine in your body. By adding Huperzine A, you're actually creating a longer effect in the body because the acetylcholine that you are creating, not only are you creating more of it, you are creating more that will last longer. So, sorry to jump around the panel, but I like to tie those two together when I see them together. I want you guys to understand that. After Alpha GPC, we have Teacrine, which is again from Compound Solutions. We're big fans of Matt Titlow and the crew over there. They do some really cool stuff, and they really focus on human performance and optimization overall. They're not too interested in just bodybuilding or lifting or anything like that. They want to leave this world a better place than they found it, which is something that we can all get behind. So, Teacrine here at 250 milligrams at 40%. Now this is the tasteless Teacrine version here. With all due respect to my friend Matt Titlow, the owner and CEO of Compound Solutions, it's not tasteless. It is better than the full version, but it still will leave a bitter taste in your mouth. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the mango punch flavor, it's pretty good. It tastes like mango punch. This is not going to taste like the Mango Punch Rockstar though. It's not going to be amazing. There's no sugar in it. It's got tasteless Teacrine in it, which isn't the best tasting ingredient. But at the end of the day, it's a very effective supplement. I can drink it. I'm not saying it's bad, but don't expect anything insane here because Teacrine does kind of taste bad. They did the best job they could covering it up, and I think it was worth it because Teacrine has a really nice energy effect for us. You have your caffeine anhydrous in here, you have your dicaffeine malate in here, but you also have Teacrine with that, which will create a longer lasting effect with more of a focus. Teacrine isn't a stimulant in my mind because it doesn't raise your heart rate or blood pressure, but it does create a more focused in feeling, kind of like if you took caffeine and removed all of the extra energy for your heart and blood pressure. So they've got 250 milligrams of there at 40%, yielding 100 milligrams, which is pretty cool. After that, they got the caffeine anhydrous that I mentioned at 200 milligrams, and they have dicaffeine malate, which is Infinergy, the trademark version, which is 74% of 135 milligrams, makes it 100 milligrams. So you have 200 milligrams caffeine anhydrous, 100 milligrams of dicaffeine malate, 300 total milligrams of caffeine. It's pretty good. It's not going to be the highest caffeine dosage you can find on the market. It's not going to be the lowest either. It wakes you up, gets you going, and really dials you in because of the Teacrine, the Alpha GPC, and the Huperzine, as well as the Tyrosine. So overall, you get a great energy boost, but you also get that mind and focus boost as well, in addition to the ergogenic benefits from Pico 2, Betaine anhydrous, Taurine, and you also get a lot of hydration as well as your daily need of creatine monohydrate. For the pump, you get your citrulline, your betaine anhydrous, and your arginine nitrate. Overall, guys, this product, I wouldn't change anything. I usually have some sort of critique, something I would probably move around or something. I love this thing the way it is. It's an expensive formula. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This thing is loaded. This is not gonna be a high margin product for Fouad. He's not gonna be turning a ton of profit on this thing, and it's because he wants a great quality product. Now, Fouad, this is your first move into the supplement game, formulating and creating it for yourself. So I am interested in seeing how that lasts for you. It can be tough to having a company that is this low in margin but high in quality. Believe me, I've been there. But listen, everything about this is compliant. I love that. It's transparent. It's honest. It tastes good for what's in it. For the teacrine, I mean, I can drink this and that's pretty cool. I normally do not like to drink teacrine. So overall, Hosstility by Hosstile Supplements from Fouad Abiad gets my approval. Might be my favorite pre-workout of 2020 so far. If you guys have any questions, you can always leave them below. Ask me anything you need. I'd love to answer them how I can. For all your Hosstile Supplements news reviews and interviews, go over to PricePlow.com/Hosstile. And yeah, thanks guys so much for watching. This has been an unsponsored review. I did get this for free. I'm gonna say that. They did send this out to me because they like me, I think. But big fan, wouldn't change anything. Thanks so much guys for watching, and have a great day.
Welcome to PricePlow.